With us now is Lucia Kaiser. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, Donna. Good to see you.
It's nice to see you once again, too. We got to meet at Ohika Castle, and it was there that
Right.
I learned about you working with Johnny Carson. But that's not the only big name that you worked for. Your journey started early on as a young teen. Can you tell us about that and who it was that inspired you to greatness?
Yes, it was Sammy Davis Jr. I was very fortunate to dance on a very famous show at the time that many might not remember called Hullabaloo. I was 14 years old, 14 years young, and Sammy took me under his wing and was in my life through my marriage, through everything. He was one of the most amazing people of my life. So he was my first mentor. I actually went to his funeral.
Sorry to hear
So
when he passed. That was so
amazing human
sad for
being.
many people. And
Yeah.
then Bruce Lee. I mean, I'm looking at this and I've read your bio. Uh, you have had an extraordinary life. It's taking you all over the globe. You have been literally everywhere in our business. You've spearheaded things. You have written your own projects. You have green lighted projects. You're kind of a big deal in our business.
Thank you so much. They're now calling me the legend,
I
and
love
I'm
that.
glad that I'm getting all these fabulous awards. And in my later years, it's kind of fun.
Well, it's
I
nice
think
to,
it has a lot to do with the Me Too movement because when I was young, I was so ahead of my time. First executive, with NBC with Johnny Carson, booked the show. Then, of course, at a very young age, 2 years in Hong Kong running the Bruce Lee film company, where I did negotiate Enter the Dragon at my very young age with Warner Brothers. And so many incredible things in my life. Then ended up going to Europe, falling in love with my husband, moving to Hawaii, where I won 2 Emmys and lived a great part of my life, 23 years in Honolulu and Maui and Hawaii, and now I'm doing several films. But I will tell you, what I like to share is I am finally working on my own TV series and on my life, which will kick off, hope to God, next year. People have been really on me about the book, but I have a game plan. The TV series first, because there's too much to put in a movie. From my escape from Egypt when I was very young. My original TV series was called. It was, by the way, kidnapping. It was a potential kidnapping. I
yes.
escaped from that, and it was called Caged Obsession. And now people have said, you should call it Long Story Short, because all my stories are so long, and every time I tell people, so I don't know what it's going to be called, but I have a serious game plan, and I have not a mentor, but I have a very powerful woman in the industry that we're getting her the script and I hope to God to be producing the TV series next year, and then working on my film in conjunction with the book.
Do you think
So
your secret to success is that you live every day to the fullest? Like, I believe that
completely,
you've lived like 5 lifetimes in the span of one. Would you agree?
yes, I would absolutely, Donna.
I think
People say that. They also say that everyone still to this day, which makes me feel really good. They say that I have more energy. If we had your energy, we could bottle it. I said, well, if I could bottle it, I'd be a billionaire.
well, and you've broke so many barriers. And I think that people need to recognize you for the fact that you did that. I mean, you stood up against challenges. You were a voice for the people that were voiceless. You made a difference. You didn't just say, oh, this craziness is happening in the industry and I'm just going to turn a blind eye to that. You didn't do that. You walked right into those offices of executives. You walked right into people that, could have just like ended your career there and said, okay, she's too much
Yep.
trouble to deal with. But instead, you let that being too much trouble to deal with be your strong suit, like your suit of armor. And I love that about you.
You said that so perfectly. I couldn't have said it better. Thank you.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
Carson really saw something in me. He saw something. He gave me the biggest compliment to this day. I always say this. He said to my husband, when he met my husband, my my love of my life, when he met him in Burbank, after many, many years, we got reunited. When I left Carson, he cut me off, like he cut many people off. So but he gave me a good reference. And he always told my husband, he told every man that worked for him, this woman has more balls and guts than any man that has ever entered my office, from Johnny Carson. And I consider that one of the biggest compliments of my life.
That is a huge.
Yeah. So I bet I have. I just, you know what it is? I'm one of these people you can't say no to.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Or they might say no to you, but then you're going to go back and figure out a different way to phrase something, and then they're going to turn that no into a yes. That's that perseverance, and you need that in show business. You need perseverance.
Exactly. Especially in those years, and even now, there's still, it's not a perfect world for all of us powerful women. It's not perfect yet. Hopefully, it will be. But even now, when I think about, some people that I know very well that are still fighting, to in the world of, women and men. And I mean, I love men, don't get me wrong, but, we have just as much power as any man does. So thank you for recognizing that.
So, Lucia, you've got your film series coming up, you've got your television show, you've got your book, you're working with some really big names. Was there anything that you could announce yet, or not quite yet?
Not quite yet.
Okay.
I wish I could. Yesterday was a very important day, but I can't say it yet.
All right.
I promise you, though, I'd love to be on again and say it very soon, in a few weeks, I hope.
I love it. As soon as I could get that scoop, I want it. So
I promise I'll give it to you.
Thank you. I celebrate you and thank you. And I hope that we will get to work together again and again and again. Just thank you for your graciousness to me and the conversations that we have had. I feel that you believe in me, and it's nice to have someone like yourself that's so accomplished kind of give me a thumbs up. And I truly thank you for being a guest today. I really do.
Oh, welcome and blessings and happy Thanksgiving. And I adore you. And I can't wait to see you again.
Thank you so much. Be well.
You.
Happy Thanksgiving, Lucia Kaiser. Bye-bye.
You too, darling. Bye.